Hello, so I did the presentation on the Devil's Crossroad as an inspirational imagery. I looked at the first one over here, dealing with the devil. I found it online by an artist. He goes by Agony's Art. He has like very minimalistic and surreal art. I like the tone of the picture and the color. And then the next one is in the middle, The Old Fisherman. This one is that popular or that famous painting of a fisherman. And if you put a mirror between his face, one side is going to be the good side, the other one's going to be the devil's side. And then the last one is the Bartok. Again, I like the colors, I like the vibe, I like the style. It is relevant to the piece by like the time period. Then I have the research imagery environment blues club. I'm going for like a very muted or well, bold colors, but very like limited in their scheme, mainly in the red slash pink and orange. I do like the idea of having a lot of neon signs in there. So the orange and the red and basically any other light will derive from the neon signs themselves. Then I have the crossroad. The crossroad it's outside, and I want the colors to be very muted, very almost like non-existent, not saturated at all. So around like black and white. If it's something green, then it's going to be like a dark green kind of colors. And then for the sky, I want it to be more like stormy or like closer to the night where you don't really see the sky. Significant props would be the two guitars. Both of the characters play blues. So I'm not very familiar with the subject of blues. I'm not really sure what guitars would be fitted. But um, one of my characters, the younger person, his name is Mac, he's gonna have like more like an older kind of style guitar, maybe a little like beaten up, almost as if like he doesn't he's a teenager, so he doesn't have the money to afford a new one. So there's a chance he got it from someone in the club, maybe as like a hand me down. And then for the artist, his name is Fingers, he gets like a upgraded version, very stylish, kind of up to date with the style that I'm going for. And then another significant piece is this cigarette. There's going to be lots of cigarettes. I'm thinking like something along the lines of just being a regular cigarette, like Marlboro or something like that. In the script, there's a lot of like flame that flares up and stuff. So I think a lighter like this would do a good justice because I know you can adjust the flames in those. So something along these lines. Now for the character design, this is Mac. He's an 18-year-old boy. In my idea, the script is set within like 1940s. So really, he's over here wearing like a regular shirt and pants. The pants in the 40s were like pretty loose. So something like just black pants or maybe like a brownish tone of pants, and then just like a light t-shirt, a shirt with like buttons would be good, and then just like regular shoes. I'm not sure if Converse at that point existed or not, but if they have, I would go with Converse. Um, and then as like to the end of the script, he makes a little transformation as he makes the deal with the devil. So he is gonna turn to mimic the style of his idol Fingers. So he's gonna wear a suit, he's gonna wear the fedora hat, some kind of suit like this, loose pants, still the shirt, loose top, maybe like a tie, but the chain and the hat, yes, and then the fingers. He's a very brutal man. He wears glasses, he smokes, and he has a fedora. We almost never see his eyes. So he's using both the fedora and the glasses to cover his face. He has style. I would like him to have the pinstripe suit in black, with the chain, just because I feel like it looks really good. And then the devil, um, kind of the same idea that I'm going for over here, except in red with red details. The only exception is the fedora. For the devil, it's this one, and for the fingers, it's the same one. The glasses will change from like gold with black to just black and red. The suit, the same style and fitting, except it is stripes. I do like the idea of the black shirt and the tie, but I do like the suit a little more. So, and then for any special effects, there's gonna be smoke that's like forms into notes. So that's one of the most important things that you would have to do special effects for. There's also flame from the lighter that would be, I think, it would be too dangerous to do with an actual flame. So I feel like special effects would do justice. And then as a vehicle, Fingers drives a rusty pickup truck. This is the best picture I could find, really, if you're looking up any of those old trucks. They're either like in a very good shape or like very, very abandoned, turned down shape. Somewhere in the middle, still functionable, just, like has a wear and tear in it. The color scheme is going to be, for the first scene, it's the blues club. It's the during the time when it's open, so there's going to be lots of people in there. Fingers is playing on the stage, and we see that Mac is enjoying his music, wants to be like him. So everything is bright, the lights are on. There's going to be like little tables with the little lamps, so the light radiates from them. I do want the environment to be in the cooler tones, like purplish, maybe reddish, and then from that light, it kind of just brightens up the room into like an orange light. Second scene is the back room, and where Mac gets to talk to Fingers about how he likes him, how he enjoys the music, and he wants to be kind of like him. And it's the part where the club is really closed down, so there's really no light much. So I do want the room to be more like filled with black, maybe a little light coming from those neon signs, which makes it like red and then goes into like white. But mostly like very little light. And then the third scene is the crossroad. Like I mentioned before, I want it to be nearly black and white with a little bit of tone like the grass. And there is a scene of the dust rising. So the dust, I want it to be like a muted yellow. So really like muted colors in that scene. Then we have the of scene 4 where he meets the devil. The devil himself is red. I want everything around it to be red. I want like the light from the devil to basically shine and cover up all of that space. And basically I want the devil to be the only light source in that scene. So everything else is dark. The devil is the only red bright spot, which he would radiate the light onto the boy and everything around him, making it like maroonish color. Scene 5 is the blues club one more time. This is after the deal has been made. So Mac is now gets to play on the stage, and basically his dream has come true. He is now in kind of going back to this first scene with the bright neons and the club being full of people and everything. This is what I'm trying to do over here, except slightly muted because I want there to be a sense that something is not right, as it is really not right, because the boy made the deal with the devil, and at the end we find out that he is the devil now. So just slightly muted colors from the first scene, but otherwise the same. Last scene is when Fingers steps out of the club and he goes into his pickup truck. This is done outside. This is gonna be in the nighttime. I do want there to be some kind of light source from like the backside that he's coming out of. I would put like a red light bulb there just to make the scening red. But since it's the nighttime and everything, the surrounding is nearly like navy blue, like a very muted dark blue color, nearly black, grayish. I would also prefer to make the truck red, and then the scene is just set in this like collision of the red color and the navy blue color coming together. And then for my concept art, this over here is for Mac. Very muted colors, nearly gray. The only pop of color that I really want to stand out is a little bit of red, as at the end we find out that he is the devil now, so his eyes flash with red. But otherwise, I want him to not stand out from like anybody else much. Over here is one for the devil. The devil, like I said, I want him to have a little bit more brighter colors. There is fire involved, so he's associated with the fire in this in this movie. And I want him to be stylish. Like I said, I would prefer the suit to be red. Yes, and then this last one is for Fingers. Fingers is like this classic brutal man. He smokes, he does music, and he wears the hat and everything to cover his eyes, so we nearly never see his eyes. And he's also has the ability to, in a way, control music. Like he's able to blow the notes from the smoke so that his, I guess, apprentice, Mac, basically plays those same notes. So, and I want him to be just kind of like a bolder version of what Mac is. So he's more bolder colors, black, white, gray, like a dark settled gray, red. And then for Mac to be just kind of like the lighter versions of this color. So like a lighter red, lighter gray, nearly white gray, somewhere around there. And then for my storyboard, this is right after Mac has made the deal with the devil. So he comes into the club, he's ready to play, so he sits on the stool. Over here we have the Fingers. He's standing on the behind the stage basically. He's blowing the smoke, and the smoke turns into notes, which then the kid plays, and everybody's excited, everybody's clapping and everything. So then Fingers leaves. As he comes out, there's the little truck. In the truck, we do get to see that same pantsuit, the red one that the devil was wearing, in the window of the truck. And then Fingers gets in the truck. Again, this is supposed to be the fedora, so we don't see his eyes at all, except a little smirk. As he drives away, there's the clouds from the sand, so I want that to be the muted yellow in there. And then the last part is where the boy Mac, he finished everything, so now he's trying to smoke again, or for the first time, and the lighter blows the fire up, which makes his eyes radiate with red. And then for the textures, I want the bar brick wall and the wood, like the stage is made from the wood, the floor is wooden vat. As for clothing, I want the materials to be like linen and cotton, perhaps. There is some rusting on the truck, which makes like little holes in the rust, which makes it like almost three-dimensional. And then like the suit has the little stripes in it, so I would like for the stripes to be, highly visible in there. Yeah, but that's it.